These are course contents of Dynamics of Machinery subject. Unit 1, Single degree of freedom system, pre-vibration. In this unit, we will study fundamentals of vibration, free, undamped and damped vibration system. Unit 2, Single degree of freedom system, force vibration. We will study force vibration of longitudinal and torsional vibration system, critical speed of shaft. Unit 3, 2 degree of freedom system, undamped vibrations. We will study free vibration of longitudinal and torsional 2 degree of freedom system, vibrations of gear system. Unit 4, balancing. Here we will study types of balancing of rotating and reciprocating masses. Unit 5, measurement and control of vibration. We will study vibration measuring instruments and vibration control methods. Unit 6, introduction to noise. We will study the fundamentals of noise and noise control methods. These are course outcomes. Course outcome 1, student will able to determine natural frequency of single degree of freedom pre-vibration system. CO2, evaluate vibration parameters of force vibration single degree of freedom system. CO3, estimate natural frequencies and mode shapes for free undamped 2 degree of freedom vibratory system. CO4, apply balancing techniques for balancing problems of rotating and reciprocating machines. CO5, measure vibration characteristics and various methods of vibration control for real life problem. CO6, measurement and control of noise for industry and day-to-day life problems. First of all, we see what is by vibration. Vibration is defined as any motion that repeats itself after an interval of time. If the bob of the pendulum is pulled and it releases, it oscillates about the mean position. So the bob goes to extreme position, then mean position, again extreme position. So the motion of the bob is to and fro from its mean position repeatedly. Elements of vibratory system. Vibratory system consists of spring, mass and damper. K is the stiffness of spring, C is the damping coefficient. So the energy enters in the system with the application of external force known as excitation. Due to excitation, the mass disturbs from its mean position and it goes up and down from mean position. So its potential energy is converted into kinetic energy and kinetic energy converted into potential energy. This sequence goes on repeating and system continues to vibrate. So if the system is damped, some energy is dissipated due to friction in each cycle of the vibration. So free vibrations die out and system remains at its static equilibrium. Causes of vibration. First, unbalance. It is the most predominant cause of the vibration. There is unbalance in turbine, IC engine, fans. Second, misalignment. Misalignment in coupling. There may be parallel misalignment or angular misalignment. Then looseness of machine parts, bent shaft, lack of lubricant between two mating surface, then dry friction between two mating parts, bearing faults. In bearing there may be inner race fault, outer race fault or rolling element faults. Then earthquakes. Disadvantages of vibration. Vibration creates excessive stresses in machine part. It leads to loosening of assembled parts. It may lead to partial or complete failure of machine parts. There will be unexpected shutdown or failure of critical and the essential machines. So they affect the plant safety and can significant production loss. It creates undesirable noise. Advantages of vibrations. Vibration used in vibratory conveyors, hoppers, sieves and compactors. Vibration testing equipments. Vibration improves the efficiency of certain machining, casting, forging and welding processes. Vibration used in musical instruments. Reduction of vibration. First, balancing. We'll do the balancing of engine, balancing of wheels, balancing of rotors, so we can reduce the vibration. Using shock absorber in vehicles, using dynamic absorbers in machines, using isolator between moving parts and stationary parts. We can use the different isolating materials like rubber, cork, wool felt material between machine and foundation, so we can reduce the vibration. Then basic terminology related to vibration. Time period is denoted by T suffix P. Time taken to complete one cycle. So frequency, number of cycles per unit time. Unit of frequency is hertz. Then amplitude is represented by capital X. Maximum displacement of vibrating body from mean position. Degree of freedom, the minimum number of independent coordinates required to determine completely the positions of all parts of a system at any instant of time. So the degree of freedom is equal to number of independent coordinates. Example of single degree of freedom system, spring mass system. Here x is the coordinates required to specify the motion of the system. Example of 2 degree of freedom system, here x1 and x2 are two independent coordinates required to specify the position of the system. So here in 3 degree of freedom system, the independent coordinates x1, x2, x3 required to specify the position of the system. Stiffness of spring, it is denoted by small k. Force required to produce unit displacement in direction of applied force. Mathematically we can write k is equal to F by delta. Unit Newton per meter. Damping, it is resistance to the motion of vibrating body. Damping coefficient, it is represented by small c. It is the damping force developed per unit velocity. You can write c is equal to F divided by v. Unit of damping coefficient is Newton second per meter. Resonance, when the frequency of external excitation is equal to the natural frequency of vibrating body. See the example of resonance. The bridge is collapsed due to the resonance because the frequency of wind is matched with the natural frequency of bridge. Simple harmonic motion, that is SHM. See the figure. Here point P is moving around circle with angular speed of omega. Let x be the displacement of point P from mean position after time t. Capital X is the maximum displacement of point P from mean position, that is amplitude. So from the geometry of the figure, you can write x displacement of point P is equal to capital X sin omega t. Velocity of point P dx by dt, that is x dot, is equal to capital X omega cos omega t. The acceleration of point P, that is x double dot, is equal to minus omega square x sin omega t. We can write x double dot is equal to minus omega square into x, where x is equal to capital X sin omega t, that is displacement of point. From equation we see that the acceleration is directly proportional to displacement. So a motion whose acceleration is proportional to displacement from mean position and is directed towards the mean position is known as simple harmonic motion. So we can write the fundamental equation of simple harmonic motion, that is x double dot plus omega square x is equal to 0. Thank you.